Hello and welcome to another episode of Chats with Albert. First of all, I wanted to apologise for not doing a video last week. Basically, I was home for the weekend, well, from Wednesday afternoon onwards, and I just forgot all my recording stuff, and I was going on a train and taking those lights back on a train, very stressful ordeal. And just been very sorry. Initially, I planned to do a video on Monday and then on Friday, but then I was busy. That didn't happen. But you're going to have to forgive me. Move on with your lives. I'm sure you didn't miss too much, or in fact, most of you probably didn't notice. So let's not worry about it too much. And also, on the bright side, positive side of things, thinking happy, thinking bright, I actually have a good theme for this week's video. It's one that's it's a bit preachy though. So I might put a little thingy in if I go into a ramble that says sort of when to skip to if you want to be over the ramble. Although don't do that, because it's fascinating and interesting and actually fairly important. And so this Monday, I had a lecture on Ecocriticism. Now, if you don't know what that is, Google's your best friend. Check it out. But that's not really the point. The point is, the guy was talking about the stories our society tells us. And I do not mean stories I don't mean your bedtime stories. I mean how society works. So, stories we need to constantly be growing economically, and we're in competition with other countries, or men can't cry, or you have to be the best, and how these stories are damaging. And if you think about it, most of these economic growth, improvement, competition things come out of the Industrial Revolution, a time of massive human exploitation. Yes, growth, yes, improvement, don't get in the way of progress, blah blah blah, all that, very good. But also, huge amounts of human exploitation and the beginning of us really destroying our planet, which isn't the best. And we still tell ourselves those same stories we started telling ourselves 200 years ago. Now, that seems a bit out of date to me. I mean, if people are still talking about 50 Shades of Grey in 200 years, oh God. That would be bad. We agree. We can agree that would not be good. Okay. So with us in that agreement, I'm glad that we're agreeing, me and myself and I. We get on swimmingly. Most of the time. Sometimes I is a real bitch. Anyway. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Those stories are outdated. And the reality is now, if we keep on growing, I think China is predicted to double its output growth, all these thingies, within the next 20 years or 10 years or something. I'm not an economist, I don't know. But that basically, long and short end of it is, we're already consuming more than our planet can provide. And there are already so many of us that for us in the first world to carry on consuming what we are consuming, basically some people just aren't going to get what they need. Okay. So if we're going to be doubling our growth and doubling our output and our manufactured goods and doubling all these things, then, and obviously the population rises with that, we're going towards 9 billion now, I think we're nearly at 8 billion, then the planet that already doesn't have enough for us is going to have even less, with the ratio of how many of us there are. And we are currently, I think it's for palm oil, destroying stupid amounts of football fields with the Amazon every day. Really weird terms to put it in. I have no idea why they don't just use square kilometres or something rather than saying, it's 11 football fields. Because I'm sorry, I don't know 11 football fields. Who knows 11 football fields? Football is played on one football field, not 11 football fields. 11 football fields, it's hard to picture. Also, I don't think it's 11 football fields. Don't take that as gospel. But the point is, we can't keep telling these stories. We can't keep saying we need constant growth and improvement and blah 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 blah. Because there isn't enough stuff. We need to sort of work together rather than competing. That's what I think, at least. Because we're doing all this competing business and the country's got to keep growing and we've got to make more money and more goods and blah 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 blah, the recession, blah. The other thing about keeping growing is, the point of all this is to improve what we have. So, we've got to get a better iPhone, or my razor needs to work better, or my deodorant doesn't smell nice enough, or I need a bigger TV. But the reality is, if we're going to keep working towards these things, then we're going to work longer. That's just matter of fact, is to get all this stuff we need to work longer, and if we're working longer we can't enjoy this stuff. Like I think it's in Japan, people work incredibly hard, and the country's very industrial, in the cities at least. But people live in teeny tiny houses and like have really low quality of life compared to how much work they're doing. And that really is going to happen everywhere. The more work we do, the less time we have to enjoy the things we bought that we didn't really need, with the work that we didn't really need to do because we didn't really need to buy the things we bought because 1, we don't really need them, and 2, we can't use them because we're busy working to buy more things. You see what I mean? It seems like quite a violent process of work, sleep, work, sleep, mortgage, 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 die. This is what I'm seeing. So maybe we need to slow down. Also for this video, I don't know if the person I want to do for person of the week is the guy who like introduced the lecturer that gave this lecture. But I don't know if I should name him because I don't know if that's okay. So okay, people of the week. Eco-linguistics professors. Look up some eco-linguistics and like stories people are telling yourselves. That's what you should do for this week, because I don't want to name the professor in case that's not cool. See what I'm saying? So just, if you're interested, Google it. Also, I know it's really disgusting, but I'm going to be doing it this week because I feel like this one's actually quite an important video, because most people have no clue. Like if you look in a newspaper, there are terrorists, and then some celebrity that no one cares about, or people do care about for no apparent reason, have broken up with someone, and then there's politics and David Cameron says we need more economic growth, and then some other thing about movies that are coming out, and then right at the back is we're destroying the world and we're all going to ruin it. And by the way, we're not flying off to another inhabitable planet. We've barely got to, I don't think we've ever flown past Mars. We would have to fly so flipping far to find another inhabitable planet. We are staying here for a very long time. So treat it nicely, is the point. And I'm actually going to do that thing, you know, that disgusting thing people do where they go on successful YouTubers' channels and put in the comments, oh please watch my videos, yeah! I don't do that because it's disgusting, and when I see it, when people do it, I'm kind of like... but today, I'm going to be doing it just for this video because I feel like this one's actually vaguely important. And if you do ever share one of my videos or comment on one of my videos or like one of my videos, this one, please, because I kind of want people to see it, because this is something I actually care about. And most of the time I'm just talking blah 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 blah, not very important stuff. This is vaguely important and nobody seems to be listening or interested. So let's see if we can more than just the 20 people that are subscribed. Let's see if we can reach like 40. Or that's a really crap goal. 100. Let's go for 100. Should we go for 100? 100 sounds nice. It's a nice round number. If 100 more people now, that's better than me trying to talk about this when I'm drunk in a pub. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment below. Bye!